The only thing stopping you from getting out of this rut that you are in right now is not perfection, it is consistency. Not the perfect idea, not the perfect concept, not the whole goal in of itself, but the little strides taken every single day, every single week to get you to where you want to be, to get you to where you want to go. Consistency is the best wave to start this momentum and getting started. The small wins build the momentum. Have you ever had a time in your life when the thing that you wanted to do seemed like it was so impossible, so hard to achieve? You didn't even know the steps really needed to take to get there. You've seen it, you've had the goal in mind, but each time you thought about how to get there, you might have felt the mental chaos, the overthinking, the procrastination, and not being able to see a clear path to actually getting there. But you still knew deep in your heart and soul you were meant to achieve this goal. You just didn't know how yet. You see the people doing it that you're inspired by. You want to be that person too. You just don't know what the fuck it takes to get there, what you're meant to do to get there, and that's still okay. Let me give you an example. Say you want to learn how to edit. You want to learn how to film, edit, and upload videos, YouTube videos, or even just videos on social media. You see a prime example of who you look up to. You love their style of editing, their storytelling skills, the way that their videos look and feel when you watch them. You see them as inspiration, but you don't know where to start. But the only true answer to that is actually getting started, getting your feet wet, making the videos imperfect, editing, posting, making the mistakes, figuring out what you like to talk about, how you like to edit, your unique style, your natural style will unfold, and you'll figure out what you like the best through the experience of testing and reiteration. So, say you already got the basic editing skills down, the basic storytelling skills, the basic filming, the basic editing, and then uploading the video, right? Say that your next steps are to refine what you already have. You already got used to this baseline, right? Now you want to keep going, experimenting, bringing your own creativity into the process. You now know how to do the basic edits, the basic cuts, film, and upload. But now you want to experiment. You already have the basics down, and now it's time to turn it into your own creativity. Maybe you try out new editing styles, different tones, different hooks, or new creative angles that maybe you weren't thinking about before when you were just getting started. Maybe you take inspiration from other people and see what they are doing is doing well, and you want to try it. Or maybe you see something that somebody else is doing that really inspires you, and you want to do it in a spin-off way for yourself, for your creativity. You find something that works, something that you actually like, and you keep continuing doing that and enjoying it, and it feels like you. Then you level up again once you've built this momentum, once you've built this next muscle, and try new things again to continue building on this momentum and strengthening it. And this can go for anything in life, honestly. But do you remember where we started? We started with you in the beginning, not knowing where the fuck you wanted to start, wanting to edit, wanting to film, wanting to upload. But along the process of doing these small tasks, the momentum was already created, allowing the compounding to end up to all come together. And now you found your style, and you've mastered a new skill, or maybe multiple skills. And that's pretty fucking cool if I do say so myself, when you think about how far you've come in that process. Imagine where you could be in 6 months to a year with the same mentality, with the same exact momentum you continue to do in the same way to where you got started. You figure out what you like and get clarity from doing, not thinking. And that shit can be hard, I know. Perfectionism is your greatest enemy. Let yourself be okay with making mistakes. In fact, they're not actually mistakes to begin with if you see it in this way that I'm about to share. They're just levels to get you exactly to where you want to be, or to what you want to be doing. Whether that is for a certain area of life, or for you perfecting your craft or a skill, it's always helping you in the long run. But the thing that actually keeps us stuck is the meaning behind what we are doing. Say that you want to post on social media every single day for the next few months, but the meaning that you give to it is, oh no, I can't do that. I don't even know what I would talk about. I don't even know how I want to convey the message yet. I'm not ready yet. But the truth is, you already are ready. And another question actually is, When will the time actually be to where you are ready? Take a chance on yourself. Bet on yourself. You have to dive into the deep end and figure it out along the way. Think of it like this. Would you rather stay in the exact same position that you are today and keep waiting till the perfect time, the perfect opportunity for you to get started, or try and see what happens, even if it's scary, even if you're vulnerable, even if you're scared of being seen and perceived in certain ways in public? What will actually come from this? It's exactly what you want, right? Now we just have to give it a new meaning, one that isn't so frightening and scary that we might have thought about in the beginning. And the new meaning is, I'm finding clarity and figuring out exactly what I like, what I want to do by doing this task. I'll find out what I like, what I don't like, and keep building the muscle by doing. Along the way, I'll refine my skills and leverage what is already working. The fears can be there, but I will still keep moving because the weight of my fear is not worth staying in the same position, period. You will figure out what you like and what you don't by building the muscle. And when you build that muscle, that shit is gonna literally spiral into so much explosive creative bursts that you never thought was possible. And you're gonna look back to where you used to be and be like, how the fuck did I get here? It all worked out. And all I had to do was, number one, trust myself and keep going. Number two, not give up. And number three, continue that momentum, continue with the consistency even when I didn't feel like it. And I stopped giving it that meaning of being fearful, being scared of it. Well, maybe the meaning was there, but I just chose to ignore it and accept it that maybe it's there. And actually, the meaning has changed now and I actually enjoy it. And even if I'm a little bit scared and frightened about certain things about what I'm doing, I'll get used to it at some point. Exposure therapy, it'll be fine along the way. You'll learn how to deal with it. And even if you don't, you still enjoy what you're doing. And that is the whole point of the process, right? Of what you're doing. But the last thing that I will say within this video is the craziest thing that you'll start to realize once you start actually seeing the compounded momentum and where you are now compared to where you were before. You, my friend, you start to live your life now as if you are already in where you have always wanted to be. What the fuck? You know how in the beginning, to where I had that example of the video editing or the posting in general, you were trying to conceptualize how to be like maybe the person who you were inspired by, or how to even be the person who does that in general with the video edits, with the filming, with the editing, and everything in between that. But then you found your style, and that is because of the added consistency and momentum. You started to live your life now as if you already had it. You already have it, as if you're already in it. And that's where the embodiment comes into place, and you start to manifest your exact dream life. Or even better than what you wanted in the beginning, honestly, because you're now acting from it. And this whole time, you didn't even realize that is exactly what you were doing in the first place. Once you started that momentum, that was exactly what was happening. And it's crazy. You've been taking aligned action this whole time by focusing on exactly what you want, what matters to you, focusing on moving the needle every mother freaking day and mastering your craft, whatever that is for you. You are already in it. Now it has to naturally unfold because you're already living like this person. What else can happen? Who knows? When you learn from your own momentum, your process, your own wins, you are already being and probably feeling exactly as you would in your desired state. And it took you a long time to get here from each trial and error, each mistake, everything you did like about what you did and what you didn't like. It taught you so much throughout the process. The desired state being someone who already has amazing video edits, just like the person you aspired to be like. But now you got your own spin on it. Whether that's content, filming ideas, whatever it is, your shit is banging now. You start maybe now to get noticed by people because of your momentum, because of you enjoying this craft. You've enjoyed it so much and reiterated to maybe now it's finally hitting and the timelines start to shift. Maybe you even get noticed by the people who you've looked up to this whole time. You remember where you used to be before taking any sort of this action. And now you see yourself with mastery, with experience in your craft. Even if it's only been a short amount of time, I feel like the best way to measure it is what you've learned along the way. If you've gotten better at it, if you've learned from it, that's the best thing you can take from, honestly, through experience. Feeling and doing exactly as you would if you had 10 times more than what you have now because you've experienced exactly what you were craving from the beginning. Now the goals don't seem to be so far-fetched after all. And now you know that you can truly do anything you set your mind to. With time, patience, and consistency, anything is possible. The consistency will build up and create that momentum, the compounding, and it'll flood into your life all at once. Maybe a realization of how far you've come compared to before, compared to when you got started, compared to when you knew actually nothing. This whole process has been a journey, and you've actually allowed yourself to have fun throughout the journey, knowing that there are going to be little roadblocks within the journey, and you are always going to figure it out no matter what. No more overthinking, but more doing. Consistency is the key to the reality you are desiring. No matter what your mind tries to tell you or talk you out of, you will always learn by doing, even if it's scary. The true trick is doing even if you are scared. It'll either be an outcome that you like or one that you don't like. But with the one that you don't like, you'll be able to figure out another way to tackle it in the future. The true way out of that rut is through consistency. Small actions bring big results. Look at it long term, and literally everything will unfold for you. And as hard as it may seem in the beginning, which I know I've experienced this many times within this year, multiple times actually, and the fear was so loud at one point, you don't know what's going to happen. Your mind craves the predictability, and whenever it doesn't feel like things are predictable, like you can't control the outcomes or however something's going to look, yeah, it's going to feel scary. But what matters more to you? Hanging on to the fear and staying in this exact same position you are in now, or taking the chance, taking the leap of faith and doing exactly what you've been wanting to do this whole time, and knowing that you're a beginner right now, but you're going to learn through the process, and then you're going to become more and more advanced throughout time and just watch everything unfold for you. That shit is going to be crazy. Let everything compound in whatever area of life you're looking at, whatever task you're looking at, whatever skill or thing you want to master or what you're trying to craft in your life. It's all going to work out. I can tell you that with time, with patience, and letting the compounded effort work its way, even if you don't see it yet externally in your reality. Maybe things are working itself out. You might just not see it yet, but it'll take time, and it'll definitely be seen in the external. I will tell you that with time, you will see it. So that is all I have for this video today, and I will see you in the next video. I'm excited. We got some more bangers coming through, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next video. Stay consistent, keep taking the action, and ignore the fear, okay? Let it be there, but just say, we're not doing that today. Goodbye. I will see you in the next video.